Hey guys, today I'll give you the list for the top 10 moments from The Walking Dead. Be sure to check out for spoilers if you're not up to date on it though. But for this list we're counting down my favourite moments and events from The Walking Dead. Alright, number 10. The Lie About Terminus. After the governor invaded the prison, the entire group was split up, having to stick together to survive. When Glenn is trying to find Maggie, she finds him, and the two of them and a group of others, Abraham, Eugene, Rosita, they all manage to find Terminus. Oh, I forgot about Bob and Sasha as well. They're there too. But they manage to get to Terminus, and they think it's all great. But when Rick, Michonne, Carl, and Daryl all get there, it all goes to crap, basically. It turns out that Terminus was an entire lie. In fact, it's run by a group of people that are cannibals, and they intend to eat Rick and the gang. But to save their own skins, and also with the help of Carol, they blow them all. They blow all of them up. It is really cool. Number 9. Daryl kills his brother. When Morrill actually joins Rick and the gang, he decides to go after the governor himself, but it turns out that the governor kills him instead. So when Daryl goes off looking for Morrill, all he finds is the reanimated corpse of his once brother. It's not in every episode that we see Daryl break down into pieces, but we do understand his sadness of how he had to kill his own brother. It just shows that when it's someone that Daryl cares about dies, he will change automatically and be very different from the badass we all know and love. Number 8. Killing walkers with 2 cars and wire. When the gang is trying to get explosives to fight the Saviors, they go back to the highway that they were on at the beginning of Season 2. There they find 2 cars that have a tripwire laced across them with explosives tied to them. They manage to get the explosives off, but the tripwire is still there. So Rick and Michonne get behind the wheels of the cars, whilst there's an enormous horde of walkers coming straight for them. So the walkers that are in front of the wire all get completely decapitated. I'm serious, it is one of the best walker kills ever. It is so cool. Pretty much, I've never seen anything like it. It is the best. It literally is. Well, I've already said it. It's just so cool. Number 7. A barn full of walkers. In Season 2, when Carl's accidentally been shot, Rick and Shane take him to a farm where the man Herschel can help him. Little do they know that the barn they own is full of walkers as well. When Herschel's daughter Maggie invites Glenn to have sex with her, she asks where, and he says in the barn. So he goes there later that night to check it out, but it's full of walkers. And they all knew it, except all of Herschel's family knew it. And when Shane decides to break open the barn and they all shoot the walkers that are pouring out, the last one to come out is Carol's daughter, Sophia, when she goes missing at the beginning of Season 2. Turns out she was in the barn the whole time. And this scene was so heartbreaking. Because we were all looking forward to Carol reuniting with her daughter. Just not a reanimated corpse of her. Number 6. Carl goes after Negan. Negan has taken a bit of a shine to Carl because he believes him to be a badass. To be fair, he's not wrong. But when Carl decides to go after to join Jesus and infiltrate the Savior's hideout, he grabs a machine gun and bolts out of the back of a truck. When Negan's there, he doesn't actually kill him because he does like Carl. And Negan's just one of those characters I can't hate. No matter what he does, I can't hate him. So Negan decides to give Carl a little tour of the place, showing him where he sleeps, what goes on, and later on he takes him back to Alexandria, and Carl then gives him a bit of a tour. Shows him where he stays, where all the food's kept. Not only that, I'm sorry, Negan's just such a good character. I can't hate him, no matter what he does. But later on, Negan decides to cook a bit of spaghetti as well. When Rick comes back, he finds that Negan has just killed Spencer. Although, to be fair, Spencer was a bit of an asshole when he was mouthing off about him to Negan, saying that he wants him to kill him. But he decides to gut Spencer, saying that he's got no guts. But they're just spilled out onto the floor now. Alright. Number 5. Walking with the Walkers. This trick has worked so many times, where you cover a cloak over yourself and then you split open a walker and use their guts to shield your smell and walk among the walkers. It's a pretty good technique, if you ask me. But when they try this at Alexandria, it's just utterly filled with walkers. Everywhere you look, there's walkers everywhere. And Rick, Carl, and Michonne are trying to get a family to safety when the youngest son gave that one vulnerable mummy, that was it. He was torn to pieces. And the mum as well, Sam, who Rick had developed a bit of a little something with her. But her oldest son is the last left, and he isn't so happy about this, so he decides to try and kill Rick, but Michonne stabs him through the chest with her katana. He does shoot the gun though, and it ends up going in Carl's eye. I swear to God, it's like the second time in this show he's been shot. Jesus. Number 4. The wolves attack Alexandria. I think this is actually before the walkers, all the walkers invaded it. And when the wolves attacked, they were killing everyone in the most gruesome way. But when a wolf got into Sam's home, she stabbed her repeatedly in the throat with a pair of scissors. Morgan had actually met some of the wolves before he got to Alexandria, since 2 of them had invaded his camp. But the wolves were basically one of the biggest antagonists. But they didn't last very long, even though they did have like 3 trucks full of walkers with W's on their head. Number 3. The governor invades the prison. At this point, the governor has made himself known to Rick and the gang that he means business. When he manages to catch Herschel and Michonne, he takes them back to the prison and basically holds them captive. Now, Rick actually tries to negotiate with the governor, saying that they could live at the prison together, saying that they would hardly see each other because it's so big. But when the governor calls Rick a liar, he half decapitates Herschel, making Rick insanely pissed. But when the governor nearly kills Rick, Michonne then stabs him through the heart with her katana. Meaning that the governor is one less problem to worry about. Number 2. Carl kills Walker Shane. At the end of Season 2, Shane has decided to try and kill Rick so he can gain possession of the group back. But when Rick kills him instead, Carl was there and he saw the whole thing. But when Rick's walking towards Carl, Shane reanimates even though he wasn't bitten. And he's walking towards Rick, but when Rick thinks that Carl's going to shoot him, he fires the gun and shoots Shane instead. Even though Shane did get with Rick's wife when it was believed he was dead, it's still, basically, it's like Carl killed a father figure. He was sort of like that. It's pretty much when he dies in The Walking Dead, he joins Marvel Netflix and becomes the Punisher. If you think about it. Alright, no honourable mentions, so let's get right to number 1. Number 1, the Eeny, Meeny, Miny, Mo kill. When we first see Negan, it's in the season finale of Season 6, I think. Yeah, it's in the season finale of Season 6. When he decides that he's going to beat the hell out of one of them with Lucille, his bat with barbed wire wrapped around it. And in fact, he beats Abraham to death and then Glenn. But not only that, he takes Rick with him in the RV and takes him to a bridge where a walker is hanging. Now Negan wants to make it clear that Rick should look at him like he's his boss. So now Negan says that all of Alexandria, they now listen to him. And by making his point clear, by beating the hell out of Abraham and Glenn, it shows that they have just found a new and powerful foe. Well guys, that's it. Thanks for watching. Be sure to like and subscribe and comment what you think down below. Oh, and don't forget to catch The Walking Dead tonight at 9 o'clock, I think. Sorry, I think it's either 9 or 10. I'm not sure, but it should say on Fox. Alright, I'll be back next week to give you guys another top 10 list. See you guys later.